Hi, my name is Roy, and I have a ChatGPT account where I ask it some interesting questions. The first thing I asked was, give me a breakthrough that could change ordinary human life. You may be as surprised as I was. So follow along and let's listen to its answers. I am already up to number 153, so if this video goes over well, I might continue on.
Personal early warning medicine at home. Not just a blood sugar meter. A small countertop device that watches a handful of drops of blood, saliva, urine, or eventually breath, and looks for changes in your personal baseline. The breakthrough is not test for every disease. That's probably the wrong target. The breakthrough is detect that something in your body is drifting wrong before you feel sick. Imagine this. You test once a week. The system learns you inflammation markers, blood cell patterns, kidney, liver signals, glucose trends, proteins, immune activity, maybe fragments associated with abnormal cell growth. AI compares today not only against normal population ranges, but against your own last 2 years. Then one morning, 3 markers have shifted together. Nothing proves disease yet, but this pattern deserves a professional test. That could change medicine from feel bad, doctor tests, diagnosis, into tiny biological change warning, investigation treatment, while the problem is still small. What you may not see yet. The hardest invention isn't the sensor. It's knowing when several weak signals together become meaningful, without terrifying people with false alarms. Whoever solves that cheap sensing, plus personal baseline, plus trustworthy AI interpretation, could put something like a biological smoke detector into ordinary homes. And here's the question I'd chase. What is the smallest set of biomarkers that could warn us about the largest number of dangerous conditions? Solve that, and we may not need a machine that tests for everything. We need one that knows when to look deeper.
Number 2, a breakthrough that could change ordinary human life.
#2. Personal, dirt-cheap water from air machines. Not giant industrial units. A quiet appliance about the size of a small refrigerator that pulls moisture from the air, purifies it, mineralizes it, and produces safe drinking water every day using very little electricity. The real breakthrough would be making it work efficiently, even when humidity is modest. If that happens, ordinary homes could become partly independent of water interruptions, bottled water deliveries, emergency shortages, and contaminated local supplies. Think bigger. Combine it with solar plus battery backup, and a house gains its own tiny water utility. What don't we see yet? The machine itself may not be the hardest part. The hidden challenge is energy per liter. Whoever drastically lowers that number changes the economics. The question I would attack is, can a new material capture water vapor at night, then release it during the day using almost no electricity? If yes, Roy, that could quietly change life for hundreds of millions of people.
Number 3, a breakthrough that could change ordinary human life.
#3. A true household robot that can learn physical tasks by watching you once. Not a talking gadget, not a vacuum. A safe, affordable robot that can watch you fold laundry, wash dishes, prepare vegetables, carry groceries, clean a bathroom, or help an elderly person stand, and then repeat the task reliably. The breakthrough is general physical learning. Today, robots usually need narrow programming, carefully controlled environments, or lots of training. The leap comes when a robot can understand. Watch what I do, now do it. If that becomes cheap and dependable, ordinary life changes fast. Aging at home becomes easier. Disabled people gain independence. Parents get time back. Small businesses gain affordable help. Dangerous household work gets handed off. What don't we see yet? The killer feature probably isn't intelligence. It's hands. Human hands are unbelievably capable, soft, sensitive, strong, precise, and constantly adjusting grip without conscious thought. So the hidden question is, can we build a cheap robotic hand that can safely pick up an egg, open a medicine bottle, button a shirt, and lift a heavy grocery bag with the same hardware? Solve that together with learning by watching, Roy, and the robot revolution moves out of factories and into the kitchen.
Number 4, a breakthrough that could change ordinary human life.
#4. A personal energy box that makes a home nearly power independent. Not just a battery. Not just solar. One compact system that automatically manages solar plus battery, plus grid, plus generator, plus appliances, and decides, second by second, what should power what. The real breakthrough would be making it cheap enough for ordinary households and smart enough that the owner never has to think about it. Imagine the grid goes down. Nothing happens. The lights stay on. Refrigerator stays cold. Internet stays alive. Fans, medical devices, computers still running. The system quietly shuts off non-essential loads, predicts tomorrow's sunlight, saves reserve power for the night, and charges when electricity is cheapest. What don't we see yet? The missing breakthrough may not be a better battery. It may be a universal power brain that makes many smaller energy sources behave like one reliable power plant. That raises the question I'd chase. Could every home eventually become its own tiny intelligent power station? If yes, power outages stop being emergencies. They become notifications.
Number 5. A breakthrough that could change ordinary human life.
#5. A personal AI memory layer that quietly remembers your life for you. Not just an assistant you ask questions. A private system that remembers what you read, what you promised, what you learned, where you put things, what your doctor said, what you spent, what broke in the house, what idea you had 6 months ago, and then connects those pieces when they matter. Example. You say, "Why does this sound familiar?" It answers, "You had a similar idea in March. You rejected it because of cost, but the price has now dropped 40%. Or, you told someone you would call them Friday. Or, that symptom appeared 3 times over the last 8 months. The breakthrough is not bigger AI. It is trusted long-term memory under your control. What we may not see yet, human beings lose enormous amounts of intelligence simply because we forget our own past thinking. A system like this could turn one lifetime into a continuously accumulating knowledge base instead of thousands of disconnected days. The difficult part? Privacy and judgment. It must know what to remember, what to forget, what never to record, and when not to interrupt you. That leads to the deeper question. What happens to an ordinary person when they stop repeatedly losing what they have already learned? That one could be enormous, Roy.